Hello, viewers. This is Great Destiny Defenders podcast, and today we are privileged to talk to one of us. And I know she's not new, and most of you know her. She's going to introduce herself, and we are going to continue. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me to this podcast. I'm Diana Moraa, a student at Africa International University, and also I'm a leader, a secretary actually in Great Destiny Defenders.
Thank you for your introduction. She is one of us, as I said, being she's a leader. Yeah, and today I wanted her to talk to the girl child, any lady out there, in regards to the season that we are in, of economic hardship and a lot of desperation. In that case, we ought to understand how are we going to include these young ladies out there in the objectives that we are trying to achieve as Great Destiny Defenders Group. So I want her to share with us what she does. So Diana, so what do you do for a living during your part time when you're not in school?
Well, I have a small business and I do crocheting. I can crochet bags, can crochet shrugs and hats and several other things that you may recommend. Also, I plait kushukana for those who don't understand. Plus, generally, I just have a small business that I'm running for part time to earn me because in this economy, you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. And we have to help one another in order to move forward.
So Diana, apart from doing of your business, being that you are an entrepreneur, I will also want to ask you what are the other things that a lady is able to do in this current economy so that she can be able to maybe meet of her daily bread.
From my point of view, I think one can use their talent to start up something small. For example, for me, I started crocheting when I was young, but I've managed at least to sell a product this year, 2024. But crocheting started when I was around, that was back in 2019, 2017 there. But being that I was in high school, it was very difficult to keep up with everything. So I decided to take a break. But if you are done with high school and you have a talent and there's something you feel like you're good at, something you're passionate about, you can use it to earn. There are websites, there are apps, TikTok and every other app you can think of, Gigi. You can upload your stuff there and in one or another they may sell. It may be slow, but once it starts speaking, it will get you somewhere. It's better than getting pregnant, being dumped by a man, and being returned back to your mother's house with another mouth to feed, and you don't know what to do next. Left with bitterness and a child that you don't know what to do with it.
Now, Diana, you've mentioned about a girl being dumped and taken back to her mother's house, or let's say father's house. What is your advice unto girls? Or the question I might pose is, does it apply that girls depend on their boyfriends so that they can be able to meet their daily bread? Can you attest that that is what they do in order to survive, or that's what they assume is the only solution in their life?
Well, there are girls who are caught in circumstance. There are those it happens as a mistake or something like that. And there's something they call love, which sometimes may be an infatuation. And most girls are taken advantage of being that they may not understand what love really is. Sometimes saying I love you is not everything. The man has to prove himself. And yeah, there are some women who think that by getting pregnant for a man, they'll trap the guy and he'll do everything for them. But remember that with the era we are headed to, we also need to work for ourselves, because even these men are also struggling. And it's very easy for a man to walk out of marriage and not be regarded as a father who abandoned a child. But for us women, once you've given birth, you will always walk with that child as a mark, because you never leave that child behind. So for me, I think if you are in a relationship, let the man or whoever you are with guide you in the steps to take. It's not about being there for each other, buying each other gifts, taking each other out. It's okay, but what are the future plans? What are you planning for me? What are you planning for us? Because it's not enough to buy a lady. Maybe today you buy her a dress, after 1 month or two, that's when you're able again to buy her a pair of shoes. You buy her chips every now and then. But once she becomes a wife, she becomes more demanding. And once you become a wife, that's when you realize that this man, he does not have all what I need. He's not the man I anticipated him to be. Also, take your time before you jump into a relationship after high school, or even if you come from a bad relationship, take your time. Instead of telling yourself, I would rather just bury myself in another man's arms. It doesn't work that way. Work on building yourself. Work on trying to find something for yourself. Try to make your own label, your own trademark, before you allow someone else to come and impose themselves on you. There are good men, yes, but for you to get that good man, you have to be a woman of substance, and you have to be capable of handling that man. Because these good men, they come with a lot of heaviness, they have burdens, they have responsibilities, they have a lot of in their minds and in their hearts. You have to be willing, you have to lay down everything, and you have to fight alongside them, listen to them, and also understand them in their perspective first before making them understand you. Most of the times it's about sacrificing, and remember, do not sacrifice too much. If you can't, just let it go. But if you can, go ahead with it. And every choice has a consequence. Don't give too much, and don't depend too much on anyone.
So, Diana, do you agree that a lady ought to be independent even before she entangles herself with a man or enter into a relationship in that case?
From my point of view, it's a yes. You should have independence, and you should also have that. I'm not going to call it an option, but always remember that it's not about what he brings on the table, but what you two are going to bring on the table. When you are independent, you will tell him what you have, sorry, and he will tell you what he has, and you guys will work around and know if it's going to mesh or not. But if it does not mesh, then so be it. Just continue with your life, continue doing what you love, continue doing what you think is best for you, instead of leaving everything behind for the sake of something that may not actualize or may not work out.
So thank you, Diana, for enlightening the ladies and empowering them, and also teaching them how to be independent mentally and being in a position to be able to do something on their own that is going to help them in the future. So I want to encourage the ladies out there that it's not okay for you to enter into a relationship in a confused state. Rather, as we have been advised, let's enter into a relationship having an independent mind. So once before you enter into a relationship, think of a way you can empower yourself. Being that you are a student, there is something that you can start on the side, let's say a business, or something that involves your talent that can, make you productive, so that you may earn the independence that you need. So right now, it's me, Vincent Asiago. This is GDD Podcast, and see you next time.